The upgrade kit includes Before we start, prepare 3 label stickers and label each of them with number 1, number 2, and number 4. Prepare the Allen wrenches provided from the Sonic Mighty 8K's toolbox to help us with the installation. First, let's start by removing the case of the body. We'll change the LED driver and upgrade the mainboard and LCD. Then, the next step is to perform a complete hardware test to confirm that your new parts are installed properly. Next, put the body case back, and we can start to change the ACF film. Lastly, to complete the upgrade, change the 8K tag with the 12K tag given in the toolbox. First, we need to remove the case. Then, disconnect the power cable for your safety. Loosen the screws from both sides of the case with the 2mm Allen wrench. And turn to the back to loosen the 4 screws on the back case. Remove the USB cable, then remove the acetate cloth tape that connects the touch panel to the main board and put it aside. Unclip the buckle and remove the touch panel ribbon cable. Gently pull the front case off and put it aside. Turn the printer so you are facing the rear. Then pull the rear case and put it aside. The case is now completely removed. Next, we're going to change the LED driver. Start by loosening the 2 screws of the green terminal block on the front of the machine with a flathead screwdriver and remove the cables. Use the 2.5mm Allen wrench to remove the 4 screws that secure the LED driver so you can take it out. Be careful of the glass beside the driver. Then loosen the screws on the green terminal block near the back of the machine and remove the LED cables. Take your new LED driver and make sure that the cables connected to the driver are facing the front side of the printer. Stick the number 2 label sticker you've prepared to the front section of the cables. Loosen the screws on your new driver with a flathead screwdriver. Connect the LED cables to the green terminal block on your new LED driver. Remember to insert the black cable to the left hole and the red cable to the right. Make sure that the cables are connected properly, then tighten the screws. Use the 2.5mm Allen wrench to secure the LED driver back to the machine. Tidy up the cable from the green terminal block near the front of the machine back to the cable hub. The LED driver has now been upgraded to the new 12K LED driver. Then we can start removing the mainboard and LCD panel. First, pay attention to the crucial parts of the mainboard. There are 5 green terminals at the bottom. Use the labels prepared earlier to mark the first power supply and the 4th LED driver board with number 1 and number 4 respectively. Then, we'll remove the USB splitter and the network cable. If you have difficulty removing the hot glue adhesive on the USB splitter, you can soften it with alcohol. Then, press the buckle on the back of the network cable to pull it out. Remove the screws on the sides of the mainboard. Pull out the mainboard a little, then loosen the green terminal block from left to right with the flathead screwdriver. Remove the acetate cloth tape, then unclip the buckle and remove the LCD ribbon cable. You'll find a yellow glue on the cable, preventing it from falling off when shipping. Pull out the mainboard and flip it. Carefully pry open the middle 2 white terminal blocks from the gap using a flathead screwdriver. Just in case you lose any of the white terminal blocks, there are extra pieces in the upgrade kit. The mainboard has been removed completely. Now we're going to remove the LCD panel. To remove the ground wire, use one hand to press on the backside of the screw, and the other hand to loosen the screw and remove the ground wire. Next, remove the LCD frame tape. And take out the LCD screen. The LCD panel is now removed. Now we're ready to install the new mainboard. Make sure that the grooves of the white terminal are facing you and push them down. Then use both of your hands to plug the large white terminal block back in. Next, plug the small white terminal block in. Plug the remaining terminals on its side until the white terminal blocks are parallel. Put the new mainboard back to the machine. Then use the 2.5mm Allen wrench to tighten the screws around the mainboard. Now we're going to install these 3 green terminals. Loosen all the screws from the 3 green terminal blocks. Connect the cables to the terminal. The red cable should be on the left and the black one should be on the right. Do the same for all the remaining terminals. Pay attention to the location of the green terminals on the main board. First, plug the number 2 terminal, followed by number 1 and number 4. After all the green terminals are installed, feel free to remove the label stickers. Attach the USB splitter and network cable back to the main board. Don't forget to arrange your cables, and now you've completed the main board installation. The new LCD has a screen protector attached. Start by connecting the LCD ribbon cable to the LCD screen. Remember, the line surface is in the back of the LCD ribbon cable. Unclip the buckle on the LCD screen and plug in the LCD ribbon cable with the engraved LCD in the front. Then secure it with the acetate cloth tape. Remember to remove the screen protector layer with the green sticker before continuing to the next step. Pass the LCD ribbon cable through the groove. Unclip the LCD buckle on the main board. Plug in the LCD ribbon cable and secure it. Then stick the acetate cloth tape back on it. After connecting the LCD ribbon cable, don't forget to tidy up the remaining cables by pushing it back into the main board. Now, we'll use the LCD frame tape to secure the LCD screen. Be careful to not cover the grooves for the rest of that. Start by peeling off the adhesive on the left side of the tape and gently stick it around the LCD screen. Remove the protective film with the red sticker. Then continue to peel off the adhesive on the right side of the LCD frame tape and stick it gently too. We suggest to tear off and stick the adhesive at the same time. The new LCD driver is now set up. Next, let's perform the hardware test. After completing the installation of your new LCD panel, you can now connect the touch panel on the front case to perform the hardware test. Connect the USB cable. Unclip the buckle on the touch panel and insert the ribbon cable. Clip it back and stick back the acetate cloth tape. Push the touch panel ribbon cable through the hole, then fasten the front case. Let's turn on the machine. Now that you have a 12K mainboard inside your printer, remember, don't refresh your Sonic Mighty AK's firmware. Tap System, then choose Hardware Test. Next, tap Cooling Fan and make sure that your fan is working properly. Now, to make sure the LCD is working properly, choose LCD Test. Then check if the LCD is showing the same pattern as the one on the touch panel. Light up, LCD grid, and blackened. Select the Z-axis sensor, then get an Allen wrench close to the sensor. If the light turns green upon detecting your wrench, your sensor is working properly. Gently hold the up and down arrow on the Z-axis test, and make sure that the Z-axis is moving accordingly. Choose Camera Test to check whether the camera can work properly. If you encounter any issues during the hardware test, make sure to turn off your printer before rechecking your installation. After every test is performed successfully, you can now tighten the screws of the front and rear case. Make sure not to press the touch panel ribbon cable when installing your front case. Tighten the 2 screws on both sides of the front case. Then, put on the rear case and tighten the 4 screws. Lastly, tighten the last 2 screws on both sides of the rear case. You have now completed the hardware test. Now we're ready to change your nFEP film to an ACF film. Before replacing your release film, remember to clean out the whole vat with IPA. Now let's start. Use the 3mm Allen wrench to remove the 4 corner screws. Then use the 2.5mm Allen wrench to remove the remaining screws on the bottom. Put the resin vat aside and flip the metal frame. Use the 2mm Allen wrench to remove all the remaining screws. Then remove the old nFEP film. Clean the vat from any residual resin. To avoid the ACF film from curling up, we suggest to put the ACF film on a table and slowly peel off the protective film. The glossy surface will be in the resin vat, while the matte surface will face the LCD screen. Install the new ACF film in the following order. 1. The metal frame. 2. The ACF film with the glossy face on top. Then thirdly, the metal frame. Poke the ACF film with an Allen wrench so it's easier to screw in. Use the 2mm Allen wrench to tighten the 8 screws in the corners diagonally. Then tighten the rest of the screws. Flip the metal frame back to the front and install the new ACF film onto the resin vat. First, lock the 4 screws on the corners of the vat diagonally with a 3mm Allen wrench. Then, use the 2.5mm Allen wrench to tighten the rest of the screws diagonally. Make sure all the screws have been installed properly. Cut off any excess ACF film around the vat. And your ACF film replacement is now complete. Lastly, to complete the upgrade, remember to change your AK label to 12K. And now your AK is completely upgraded into 12K. Have fun with the new and upgraded resolution in your 3D printing journey. We hope this video helped you. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications for more exciting news from Phrozen.